You're not in the collab cam. Hold on. All right, close. Perfect. Hello. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another Chippy Girls podcast. Today we're gonna be reacting to One Piece chapter 1141, and I am here with my lovely co-host, the beautiful Chestnut Tanuki.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another One Piece reaction with me, the Chestnut Tanuki, and my side piece, Ohime Tenchi.
I'm just the backup dancer. She's Beyonce. And
uh,
before we start, I just want to say Ramadan Mubarak for all of my Muslim followers and all our Muslim friends in the community. I hope you guys have a beautiful month with your friends and family, a blessing. And yes, otherwise, I'm very excited to read this chapter. Listen, chapters have been peak, and Oda has been like just giving us back-to-back peak. This is crazy. Any prediction from your side?
I'm gonna be honest, not really. I think the last chapter just kind of ended with them getting Loki, so I could be like, they free Loki, and I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of the one thing that this. I feel like this chapter is kind of only going to be focusing on freeing Loki. I really
Mm-hmm.
doubt anything like crazy else is going to happen. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be the main focus.
I
Probably
hope
next
we
week we'll have
see.
some better ones.
I hope we still see some Holy Knights a bit, but we'll have to see.
We'll see.
Um, yeah.
Should I cough too in solidarity?
No, that's offensive.
All right.
Yeah, guys, I'm still I'm still sick. I still
She's
have
so
a cough.
sick.
Anyways, but I will be I'll be starting. So thank you everybody in the chat. I see you guys. So let's go on. Chapter 1141, Older Woman. Definitely the type of Chestnut. She's gonna like this chapter. All right. So
That was a good one. That was a good one.
So we have Onichan Yamato and the Holy Nari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 27. Can't hold back the tears of frustration. So we see Old T on the wall with like chains, and like she's crying, and like oh my god, yo, who is kind of crazy, bro. He's like, is that page one on the floor? Who's on the floor? Is that page
Yeah,
one?
I think
He's
that's
like,
page one.
bro, he's gonna murk them. I can't believe Yamato and the rest are just watching. Anyways. Interesting. All right, let's get into it. They're done ransacking West Castle. Okay, perfect. Sorry. So we see Nami and Road. What a waste.
Hold up.
Oh,
Very
yes.
quickly, because Wes just said he got into a bad car accident. Hopefully you are feeling much better.
Oh my god,
In
I
the
hope you
chat.
feel better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he got into a crazy car accident. So just very quickly before we start the chapter, hopefully you are feeling better. Hopefully you are in good health, and we will be praying for you to have a much better time than you have been. That is very crazy, my dude.
Yeah, oh my god. I hope that you'll recover soon. I'm so sorry for you.
But yep, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do a side note. We can continue with the chapter.
Yeah. No worries. All right, so we have Road and Nami. Nami says, "What a waste. We've been taking through this massive castle all day, and we don't even have a single giant diamond, pearl, or piece of gold to show for it." And Road is like, "Nami Tazo, you really shouldn't say such things out loud. It's not like I care about this Loki monster, you know? You know what? Go off, Queen. She has her priorities straight. Listen, the crew needs money. How do they live? They live because of her."
I mean, like, honestly, I think the funniest thing is she's like, I really don't care about this Loki side quest. I just want to be paid. And honestly, that's so real. I feel that in my bones.
Nami core, like Nami core 101. I love it. Then we see a road with like some other giants on like a huge ship that is flying. Loki, giant diamond, and then Road is like, it's nothing to worry about, pal. Probably like nobody knows about this. And then just lay back and get some rest. Namitazo, can you maybe tone it down a bit? She's like, where's all the treasure? Like, she really doesn't care. I love it.
Me.
For real. Namitazo. Wait, this was my first page. Okay, perfect. Treasure Tree Tour Group. All right. So we're back to Frankie. Ain't surprising, but there's a hell of a lot to take in here. It's incredible. To summarize, we basically live on the tree's enormous branches. So we have like the drawing of the tree with like the village. So we see the homes, the Adam tree, and Ripley says each one has a long and rich history of its own. Oh, wow! And that one, and then we see just a branch that is like cut. That branch was where Hogan, I think that's how you pronounce it, village used to be. Lightning struck it one day and it went up in flames. It had gotten too dry and old, so there was no way to put it out.
Hold up.
The entire
Anel.
yeah.
Anel.
I know. Wait. I'm gonna say the last little bubble, and I'm gonna talk about this. The entire branch was severed from the tree severed from the tree to ensure the fire wouldn't spread to any of the other villages. So, okay, wait. Let me read the last one here. I see. Bet that was a tough call. I guess even Adam trees aren't immune to time. That's Elbaf Bick's weakness: fire and lightning. We need to talk about this. This is crazy. So it's either an NL like callback hint. Maybe he's gonna come back to this, or maybe he's the one who did something, or it may be a reference to Thor. You know, because there's Loki, Thor. Maybe there's like a something there. Not too sure, but this is very intriguing.
It is crazy interesting.
And it's very intriguing that like they couldn't put out the flames. Like, you can't put out the flames. You have to, like, cut it so it doesn't spread. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, to be fair, the entire thing is, like, wood, so it must have been, like, if the fire gets, like, too big, you know what I mean, and it's spread out on such a huge area, like, it's just gonna keep going. Like, it's probably really difficult to, I mean, you're basically just on a giant fire starter, right? And, like, especially when it gets too dry, like, it can't be salvaged, so you just gotta cut it off, and it's like...
Yeah. Or maybe maybe the lightning was like a special lightning or something, and it just like burns forever or something. It would be crazy.
Perhaps the man marked by flames. We remember that the man with the burn scar was originally from what was this village called? Haugen village. Maybe he was the one who had to sever the branch as well, or maybe he was the one who started it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I don't know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. No, but honestly, like Elbaf having fire and lightning like weaknesses makes sense. It's like a whole big tree, so if there's a fire, you know, can't do much about it. I just wanted to say the only tree man who is immune to fire, who is resistant to fire, is Grimble. I just want to say that's a W. Anyways,
listen, it's just that like, listen, bro. Admirals. Listen, Thor was there with the lightning, and he had like his cooldowns memorized. He went with his ult, and he just destroyed the village. Unfortunately, he won the game.
That's insane.
Went up to Grandmaster. He made
Grandmaster.
It's from I'm talking about Marvel Rivals.
That's hilarious. No, I love it. No, but I love it. I'm sure it has to do something with Thor, because you know there's Loki.
Yeah, like Thor, sure. Lightning.
Yeah. I cannot wait to see. All right, my last page. Yo, don't heme me. You guys know me. I'm shameless when it comes to the admirals. Anyways,
you're a shill. You're an admiral shill.
So, Western Village Feast. So we have here Usopp, who looks drunk. He's like, "Where did you sneak off to, Nami? Haven't seen Luffy or Zoro anywhere either." And she says, "They're probably just exploring." You know exactly what is happening. She's just like, "I don't."
Crazy setup.
Who cares? You know what? There was no treasure. Who cares? Low key. That's a side quest, as you said. And he's like, "That's." Yeah, exactly. He's like, "That's right. That's right. Good thinking." Sorry. Whoa, Jarul, you've got to meet our genius navigator. Oh, ain't she a beauty? Ha, you pervy old man. Is she your type? And he's like, Bushasha. My type, huh? Honestly, I'm into older women. You have something in common with Jarul. So
call me out like that. That's fine. It's fine,
you
Granny.
always call me out for yeah, see, you always call me out for other stuff. And then he goes, "You're the oldest guy in the world. There's no way you'll find a woman like that." Ha 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 ha. Anyways, he's like, "Ouch!" Because he hit. Oh, facts. But actually, is Koreha older than Jarul?
She probably is. Look at her, bro. She says she's younger. She says she's only like in
Maybe.
her hundreds,
Maybe.
but
Maybe. And then Usopp hits Jarul's on the sword, and he's like, oh, and he's like, Elder Jarul. So before we go to the next bit, I just want to say I've seen online a lot of people that were hating on Usopp, that were like cooking and like him like crazy just because everybody, because to them everybody like is having their moment where like Frankie's having a super emotional deep moment learning the history of the Adam tree and the history of Elbaf, and we have Nami who like went on her little quest, Zoro and Luffy sorry, going to unchain Loki, Sanji doing like mini side quests, and then everybody was like, what is Usopp doing, just drinking and not doing anything, and
yes,
he's like wasting his time. But like I wanted to say, and what I have to say about these people is that one of Usopp's dreams was to come here. I think it is okay for him to enjoy his time and just like have fun, lay back, just for the time being, because anyways, the Holy Knights are here and they're gonna start attacking. So serious moments are gonna happen either way. So I think that for me it's wholesome that he is, he's here and he wanted to be here and he's having his time, he's having fun. Now my big question is, where the fuck is Brooke? We haven't seen Brooke since the beginning. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Where is Brooke? And where is also Chopper? I don't know what's Chopper is with Robin, never mind. But Brooke, have we seen Brooke, bro?
We'll scroll down just to the next page.
Oh my god, never mind, Brooke is here. Okay, but I wanted to say that like I think it's unfair. Like I think it's okay for him to just chill for now. Anyways, this is the beginning of the arc and serious stuff are gonna happen very soon. So I just wanted to say that.
Okay. No, I agree. I think this is fine. I also like that Usopp is just very laid back. This is the first time he's not going on an island like, oh my god, we're gonna die. So
Yeah, that's
the
so
first time it's
nice.
happening. So let me continue. It says, we see Dory over here. Usopp, keep your mitts off the Elder Sword. Shut up, Dory. Hey, anyone want to try pulling out Excalibur?
That's
Don't.
so
The
funny.
blood loss will kill him. Oh my, he's so drunk. And we see Brooke has been drinking along. And then Nami's over here like, look who's talking.
I love it. Isn't this wholesome? I love this.
It is. And then it says, I guess it can't be helped though. This was his dream, making it all the way here. And then Jinbei's over there going, wah ha ha ha! You can tell!
You see,
Huh?
even the Straw Hats are not mad.
They're not mad. They're chilling right now. It's still the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
arc.
Mm-hmm.
But then we go, huh? Something's off. Where's Gerd-chan? And then we come down. It says, they have bone fractures. And it looks like one of them has been stabbed. You really think a normal human could cause that damage? And then we see, what happened? Out with it. These guards are no joke. What are you up to? Nothing. I was merely up there doing research so I can improve my block castle. But I found the front door sliced up and these guards were. And then we see, are you hot? You're sweating bullets. And she's just looking dead at
To be
him.
fair, he's saying the
Because,
truth.
bro, look at him. Because you keep staring at me.
Oh my god. To be fair, it's valid.
And then Gert says, I'm gonna question the guards. No, they need rest. There's my last
God.
page. It's like, well, I'm gonna tell Elder Jarul. But that'll ruin the party for him. You can't do that. It'll get all the facts straight. Nobody likes a party pooper.
Aww.
If this Loki business gets out before Luffy, Tazo, and the others return, I'll be labeled a co-conspirator. Hopefully Loki just takes off once he's free. He can raise hell overseas for all I care. And then it says, the only thing that worries me is that red hair look-alike. Spill it! You know something, don't you? And then we see Gi-hoo!
You know what? This reminds me of like Nami and just like hitting like the crewmates. This is so funny. But honestly, like I understand his concern. Like he can't say the whole truth, but at the same time, like, Road, you're doing your best. All right. We have a beautiful big double page. Realm of the Dead. He's like, hey, Luffy. We have Zoro and Luffy together right now. Hey, Luffy, this isn't the scene I pictured from your description. He wasn't like this when I saw him. The animals have been attacked too. Hang in there, guys. And then we said, Loki, what happened? Who did this? So both of them are in front of Loki. This panel is crazy. And Loki, we can see like he's down, he's injured. So it's like, he's big, even for a giant. I mean, yeah. Luffy's like, Loki, say something. Ah, he's breathing. Don't give him the key yet, Luffy. This changes things. If not, no, it's not like he can go on a rampage with these wounds. Come on, Zoro, lend me a. And then you just hear a, huh? And Zoro goes, those chains must be made from sea stone. So Luffy cannot uncuff him by himself because the chains are way too big and made of sea stone. Then we have what could have taken out all these big beasts. Zoro is like, hold on, Luffy, let's wait a bit. You know what? I really like how Zoro is like being very like rational here. He's like, okay, Luffy, like let's just evaluate the situation and not do stupid shit. You know, like, and this is a good like first mate. You know, like
that's what he's supposed to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is like his role. He's really in his element right now, and I love that. Like, I love this dynamic. You know, they complete each other. All right, second page. So right now they're like fighting. Luffy's like, this giant's about to die. We've got to help him. And then Zoro's like, we don't owe him a thing. I haven't spoken to him, but we shouldn't take his bad reputation lightly. This guy's as big as Oars. Yo, Oars was humongous.
That is true. You cut out a little bit where we don't owe him a thing. I think it's because you were coughing too much.
Oh, yeah, sorry. We don't owe him a thing. And then,
there you go.
Wait, do I repeat the others? Or
yeah. No. Everything else we heard. Okay, it was just that one.
Yeah, so this is actually perfect because like Luffy is so naive. Zoro's like, yo, I need to speak to him. Like, I'm not about to put everybody in danger for your fun. I love that. And then we have here, if we let him run loose, it may not end pretty even for a country like Elbaf. Yo, Zoro, you are so based right now. Then Zoro's like, just wait. Oh my god. Zoro then goes to, this is crazy. Zoro goes to hit Loki on his wound, and Luffy is shook as he's like, whoa, what the heck, Zoro? And then Loki's like, argh, gah! He's hurt like hell. And then we have Zoro who's like, seems those bloody wounds are definitely the real deal, so he's not faking. I'm sorry, but like, isn't this crazy? Bro, like, this man, he's like, let me just hurt him to make sure he's actually hurt. And then Loki's like, damn you, what the hell? And then he goes back, like, he goes back unconscious again. And then Luffy's like, he's dead! And Zoro goes like, if he is dead, that was simply his fate.
And then Luffy's like,
Luffy's like, you can be a real jerk. So, wait, let me finish this. I wanted to say something after all this. Zoro goes, fine, I'll go along with unlocking him, but let's leave some sea stone around one of his legs. We can talk it out more once he regains consciousness. And Luffy's like, all right, then let's go fetch Chopper. The library is way too far. I'll bet we'll find a doctor partying back at the village though. So, I'm glad that they were able to like find a middle ground. But I just wanted to say, I still find it crazy how hard he hit him to make sure he was wounded. And if he was dead, that was simply his fate is crazy. But
he's just aura farming.
But you know, like, that's the thing. Zoro is hella like emotionless. Like, I think that like this is just part of his character. It's either you like it or you don't like it. Like, I personally think that, like, you know, it's like it fits his character. Even if I think it's heartless, it fits his character.
It's not
it's funny because like alone Zoro would have probably like, you know, murked some giant kids and stuff like that. It's a good thing that his crew completes him and like stop him from doing stuff, but it's a good thing that he stops them from doing stupid stuff at the same time. So they all complete each other.
I disagree this is heartless. At the end of the day, this is a guy who was so crazy that the only person who was able to take him out was the entire city, like the entire civilization of the giants on Elbaf and Shanks, right? So this is like a grade A threat. Somebody who was so strong they needed an emperor of the sea and an entire island of giants to take out. somebody who basically was like, this guy is bad news, everybody around him. And Zoro is just very carefully like, we come across this giant. He is completely injured. Somebody was out to get him. This situation may be totally above our heads. And honestly, we don't owe him anything, right? Like, the Straw Hats don't owe him anything, and it could endanger the crew. This is just Zoro looking out for not only his captain, but also, like, the crew and all of their friends on Elbaf. Like, this is, like, the smartest decision any Straw Hat has made. It's not heartless, it's just
Well,
rational.
to me it's heartless in my own values. I wouldn't want to like hit somebody who's like already down, and I think that like you have to hear both of the stories, both of the sides of the coins. But sometimes a villain is very misunderstood, and I think that it makes like more sense to you know, fact check your stuff and not just listen to rumors. But that's just me. That's why I find it heartless. But
But he
again,
is
as I
fact
said,
checking,
as
right? Like
well,
that's the thing.
he's
Like
hitting,
he is
but,
fact
yeah, but he's hitting him, and he's saying that if
yeah, to
he's
see if
dead,
he's
that
not
was simply
faking.
his fate. But for me, this is heartless. This is how I have my heartless definition. And as I said, I didn't say that it was against like his character. This is all in his
No,
character,
I'm
but
just
I personally dislike it.
I mean, I don't my thing is it's like let's say you go up to Loki and he's faking this, right? And then you unchain him and then he attacks you and kills you, right? Who was heartless then? You're not heartless, right? Or
No,
it's like,
he's
"Oh,
gonna
well
be
they
the
were
one who's
so
heartless.
well, but
He's
that's
gonna
the
be the
thing,
one
like,
who's
oh, he
heartless.
was so kind. It's like, no, you're just an idiot, right? Like, you're not looking through all this situation. Zoro's trying to stop Luffy from that very bright-hearted, idiotic. Let's just go do this because it's the good thing to do. It's like we have to slow down and think of the situation because fool me once, shame on me, right? Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, I'm an idiot. And that's what Zoro is trying to stop Luffy from doing. Multiple times, Luffy has gone into situations without thinking, has gotten people into trouble, and Zoro is like, we have to slow down and think about this. Because let's be honest, if this Loki guy is really as big as everybody's saying, as strong as everybody's saying, that kick really shouldn't be hurting him. It's just that kick was supposed to basically see like, is he faking or not, to make sure it was safe for him and Luffy. And it's like you
Yeah,
can say, well, it's
I
heartless to hurt somebody. At the end of the
I
day,
get
they're
it.
all pirates.
I get it, but as I said, this is my own opinion. I find this heartless, where the way that he spoke about it, like if he's dead, that's simply his fate, and just kicking him to make sure he's injured. But that's again, that's my opinion. I understand that some people don't see it as heartless, and that's totally fine. So yeah.
My turn. All right, so we get the thing and we see if they find out that we freed Loki, they'll banish us, won't they? Then we'll be banished. We got no choice. I'm gonna go call a doctor. We should stock up on meat too, right? Knowing you, you won't be at your best if you don't eat. There's plenty of meat over there. No way, don't even joke about something like that. Those guys are my buddies. I can just go hunting later in the mountains. Meat is meat, isn't it? Anyone who becomes my friends is off the menu. All right, my bad. So Zoro goes, so Luffy goes, let's try to find a doctor first. Uh-huh. And then, huh? Please don't do it, huh? And then we see him coming down. And then we see, oh my gosh, everybody is popping down. It says, I told you, island clouds can't sustain themselves in the realm of the dead. I thought we could use the last bit of buoyancy before they disappeared. I'll save you, Gert-chan. We couldn't waste time getting a lift. This is an emergency. If Loki escapes, all hell will break loose. It's all over. We're gonna die. Sorry, guys. I made the wrong call. I don't blame you. You were thinking about the safety of Elbaf. What a life. And then they end up all crashing down. And we
This
see
is
every single
crazy.
one of them crash down. Gum Gum Balloon! And they're all on Luffy, so he saves them. Straw Hat! Ha ha ha! And then he pushes them all back up. Boosh! Yeah!
Did he just rocket like send them
Yeah,
like
it was Dragon sent them. And then it says, thank you! Even walking away from that hurt is a miracle. If it weren't for you, we'd surely be dead. Huff huff. We had to hurry, though. I'm glad we made it in time. Please don't go through with your plan to release Loki, Straw Hat. I forced Roto to spill the beans. Forgive me, Luffy Tazo. You can't trust Loki. He's a cunning, ruthless trickster, black-hearted, and beyond redemption. Ever since we were kids, even when he said or did something nice, it was all a lie. A fiend who betrays others without a second thought. And then it says, Loki is a threat to the entire world. And we see, like, the chains moving. We see Zoro saying, I'm afraid you're already too late. Huh?
oh
It's
my
your turn.
god. All right, and we have the last page, the last crazy page. Loki standing up, half cuffed, and then like Luffy, yo, the bro, he is beyond gigantic.
It's
And
crazy.
Luffy looking up to him, and then it was like Loki, and then Luffy's like, "What? I could have sworn he was out cold." And then Harudin is like, "Stop it, Loki! Put Ragnar down." And then we have Loki just like smirking. Okay, so this is insane. I am assuming that Ragnar is the weapon behind him. And since it's called Ragnar, like it must be something, it must be like the Thor weapon, in my opinion. And maybe that's what is related to, like, you know how like one of the branches fell or something. Maybe that's the weapon. I don't know, but that's very intriguing. And the
I
fact that he,
also think.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, finish your thing.
And I wanted to say that like it's very crazy that even after 6 years chained, weakened on the ground, and plus getting very heavily hurt by like the Holy Knights, and half cuffed, he can still stand up and take his weapon and probably attack is insane. This guy is a menace. Like, how strong is he?
Well, that's the other thing, right? Like, remember what I was telling you? Like, Zoro apparently kicked him so much he passed out, but he was lying. So it's like Zoro was kind of right in that situation because we can tell that this guy clearly isn't ever going to tell the truth. Like Loki, especially in Mythos, is always a trickster. He's always trying to double cross people and he's always trying to get the best of every situation. So if he can come out of a situation on top, regardless of any means, he's going to do it. Like that's like the mythology Loki.
But we
where
don't
it's
know
like,
him if this one is gonna be exactly like that. Like, we don't know that for sure.
I mean, and the thing is, we don't know exactly, right? But it's like
Mm-hmm.
we can look at like obviously like this is the trickster Loki, right? So we're kind of getting like based off of mythology. Like Loki in mythology became a horse and had a horse son and had sex with a horse. Like this is the type of guy just so he can screw
Yeah,
out a builder
no, I know,
of his
but
payment.
I,
Like this
I
is the
don't.
type of like
But
guy he's based
but
off of.
me
So that's why we have to.
personally, I don't think Loki's gonna be like that. I think that Loki is like, he's a villain, yes, but he is just misunderstood, and everybody think he's a villain, but he actually is not. He's
And
doing
that's
what's best for Elbaf.
yeah, and I mean like I agree. Like I think that Loki isn't evil, but what I'm saying is like just because he's not evil doesn't mean he doesn't do those things, right? Like even like Loki in mythology, like he wasn't like necessarily like the evilest person, but he double crosses you. He does think that that's the best for him. Like I said, like he has a horse son because he wanted to screw a builder out of getting paid, or he was actually the reason that Thor's hammer is too short because he was trying to basically screw other people over, right? Like it's kind of things like that where it's like it's not necessarily terrible. But it's like he's obviously this massive trickster, this deceiver, and I think it's something that we should keep in the back of our heads that even though we want this like cool anti-hero, right, that he's probably doing what's best, still thinking about that trickster mentality.
Like, he
You
has
know what
his
I mean?
flaws, even if he's not a villain. Like, he has these
Yeah,
flaws, even though he's not like, it's part of his like personality character.
yeah, no, I mean we're probably butt heads. I did also search up Ragnar very quickly online. It came up
Mm-hmm.
with Brawlhalla. So then I looked up ancient, which is like a video game, and I'm like, okay, so this is a character in a video game. So then I just
Brawlhalla,
looked up
I know this game.
Brawlhalla. Yeah, I was like, okay, so either Oda is a crazy gamer and he really likes this character from Brawlhalla, or I just searched up on Wikipedia like Norse weapons, and gun gear Gungnir. This one is a spear, and apparently it's the spear of Odin. So that's because I was like, oh, this has to be like based off
But
a
wait,
weapon. I'm assuming it's based off of Gungnir.
do you think this is a but no, actually, look in the panel. It's like the Thor hammer. Look in the panel in between Luffy and Harudin. It looks like the Thor hammer. It looks like a hammer. It's like super defined. You see?
Yeah, I see that there's like a hammer thing. I'm assuming it's based off of this spear from Odin. And then there was like another one. I mean, there's also Mjolnir, which is the hammer, right? So there's
Yeah.
Mjolnir, and then there's Gungnir. So I'm just assuming that Ragnar is just
It
a
could be,
combination of both of them.
yeah. it would make so much sense for like the branch thingy and that happened in the chapter, but also it could be like that means that there's no actual Thor. It's just Loki and Thor. It's like all combined in the same character here because of like the weapon plus like the villain. Isn't that that's so cool? I
It's
don't
cool.
know.
I'm like reading a bit of it. It says the spear is described as being so well balanced that it could strike any target, no matter skill or strength of the wielder. And then Cash in the comments says, when we first saw him, you see the hammer chain on his back, and then we see Gungnir was actually an attack used in Dressrosa. Very interesting by Harudin. I honestly, they were kind of dropping the hints that Harudin had a little bit more royalty in him than we first thought. They
Yeah.
were kind
No.
of dropping that.
Yeah. This is insane. So like, okay, so like, if I'm understanding well, was Loki just chained by his foot or his arms too? I think by only his foot.
He was chained.
Or
No, he was chained everywhere. Like he was like completely
did
chained up,
they?
but they left one on his foot.
Okay, they left one. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, um, but that's the thing. Like, this is insane. So listen, I think personally, I have a prediction for what's gonna happen next chapter. I think Loki is gonna launch an attack with Ragnar, and we'll have the Monster Trio like Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro block the attack, like stop it. And then the Holy Knights are gonna start attacking, and at the same time, like the children and everything, like on the sun level. And they're gonna like the people here. Everybody's gonna get news that like Elbaf is under attack, and they will stop the fight to like kind of like try to stop the Holy Knights. And I think that Loki will like probably also go along with that. What do you think?
I think Loki is eventually going to be seen as like this anti-hero where it's like he isn't a good person, but he does good deeds. Where it's like
Yeah.
he is the trickster. You know how like Loki in the MCU like kind of became like a good guy because like people really
Yeah,
liked
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
probably something very similar where it's like this is a very popular character. He's going to do things like he I think he's going to be kind of like a parallel almost to Usopp, where it's like Usopp is this huge liar, but like is trying to do things to be good. Where it's like I think Loki is gonna be something similar. Also, I'm gonna be honest, so many of the comments, that Saba comment is so funny because
Wait,
Loki
what
is
do you
really
think?
your type, bro. He's tall, bro.
Bro, listen. I don't know why Lola said no. All I'm gonna say is that
No,
he's
she cray
amazing.
cray.
He's amazing. Imagine the
Lola
hugs,
saying no
bro.
is crazy. That is true though. Like, why did Lola must have seen
But the
this
thing,
there's something wrong with Loki,
okay,
bro.
but I haven't. But wait, did Lola actually meet him, or did she just see a picture?
No, I think she met him, bro. I think it'd be crazy if Loki actually liked Lola. Like Loki's like Lola is my
But
type.
that's how it's presented in the story,
It
where
is
like
presented.
he shows like a rose, and then he gets sad.
I
I'm so
wonder
sorry.
if Loki was like, I used to look a little fatter, but now I'm like
And
ripped,
I hit the gym, and he was like, this
Cause like
woman changed my. This is where my villain arc started. This woman has rejected me.
Cause like originally he didn't look like he's like so buff right now. Like originally, like when we saw the thing, we thought he'd be like this, little like cute husky nerdy guy. You know what I mean? Like we're like, aw, he's just like this cute little guy, and it's like no.
No, oh no, but
No.
I think he was always like huge. I think
That
that
Oda
when he
changed
met,
his design.
no, you know what I think happened. He could have been fat, that's fine, but I think that when Lola met him, the owl made him smaller. When he met Lola, that would explain.
Oh,
That would
actually
explain. Yeah. That would explain how like she remembers him as small, and maybe he was ugly and fat or something, and he hit the
Well,
gym after.
listen. There's nothing wrong with being a little chubby.
Oh
I was
no,
just
that's
saying.
fine, that's fine. I was just saying, yeah.
No, yeah, but it does like that's literally like one of the most common tropes in like anime is like it's like the husky guy gets rejected and then he goes to the
Yeah.
gym and becomes this gym bro. Like sad. It's Loki having a gym bro sad boy.
Sad boy was not on my bingo. I love it.
Uh,
No, I'm telling you, like this is insane.
Could
Like
be.
I want to know like if like, but that's the thing. Like if
I think
he
Oda
fell
just
in
changed
love
the
with him,
design.
but also if he really fell in love, it means that he had like he maybe was good and then it just taught it off his villain arc, or maybe he was always rejected by his family, because this is how Loki was, kinda, and this was just like the icing, you know. He was like, okay, now this everybody's rejecting me, I'm just gonna become a full-on villain or something, you know.
I don't know, bro. I had that gym bro arc at one point. I used to go to the
I
gym
feel
like
like we
every
all
day before my
did.
job went crazy. Yo, I lost like a ton of weight. I was running every day. I'm too fat now. I gotta go back to the gym. I'm going
She's
to the
not
gym
fat.
tomorrow.
She's not
I'm
fat.
terribly overweight. I need to go to the gym.
She's not overweight. Anyways, she's not overweight.
I
Don't let me
literally
get you.
am. That's just medical
Yeah,
facts.
false facts, fake news.
Fake news is crazy.
But I also wanted to say something. Exactly. Tell her. I wanted to say something about Usopp. So a lot of people are like, you know, wondering what the hell is Oda's gonna do with Usopp. Is this Usopp's arc? Blah blah blah. All the slandering, and I will never lose hope for my boy Usopp. So I think this is, if Oda, and I said something, if Oda wants to give Usopp a peak moment, you know, a Dressrosa God Usopp whatever moment, what he can do is, when the Holy Knights come, because everybody's isolated, you know, there's only Nami, Brook, Frankie, Jinbei, and Usopp together up there. And as we know, the Holy Knights are thinking of doing a game. And the game is like probably gonna be played individually. Everybody's gonna like try to kidnap the most giants and stuff. And at the end, like who has the most gain points or something like that. It's probably gonna be something around like that. Um so the Holy Knights are all gonna be isolated from each other. So I think that what Oda can do is have a Holy Knights. It could be Gonko, doesn't matter. Kidnap some children, some giant children. Take Usopp with them. So there are like one team, and then Usopp is doing the impossible to free these children. Not necessarily like, you know, beat a Holy Knight, because I understand Holy Knights are maybe way stronger than Usopp, but he can have like a brave, emotional, crazy moment where he has to only count on himself, because we all know that Usopp only works well when he's alone, and he is the only option. Everybody else is gonna die if he doesn't do something, a bit like Dressrosa. When there's other people, he counts too much on his crewmates, but when he's alone, he works well. So he needs to be alone with these giants and try to save them, and not necessarily again beating the Holy Knight, just save them and being able to escape. And that would be a peak moment, I think, for Usopp in this arc. If Oda does that, that's gonna be perfect for me. I think that would be crazy good for me.
I want him to have like an Enies lobby, like Soja King, like
That would be
stuff.
beautiful too.
I
I
feel
would
like
love that.
honestly, I feel like a lot of people overhyped the Dressrosa moment. It was cool, but his best moment, in my opinion, was when he was at the rooftop sniping down things as Robin was on the bridge. I think that's Usopp's best moment. I think that Usopp burned down that flag was good, but I think the best moment is
It's
when we just see him
good.
and he's there and he's like, I'm gonna protect Robin in the way that I can. And people are like, I don't even know how he's aiming this. They're like, how is he even hitting
Yeah,
it?
no,
And
that was a
he's
good
just
moment.
going, bro, with his slingshot. And
Yeah,
you're like, bro, how is he even doing this? He's just
yeah.
so accurate. Like that to me is that's one of the reasons why Enies Lobby is like probably still the best One Piece arc, right? That's a moment we need from Usopp in this arc. And if we don't get a moment like that where he is standing up protecting people
But
in
that's,
the way that
yeah.
he can, I don't
That's
want him to
that's the
have this
thing.
crazy,
Yeah,
but like
I
I
don't
don't want him.
mind. I don't mind have him like being like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I'm a coward. I cannot like protect this children. And then him be like, no, I have to step up. I am on Elbaf. I am a warrior. I need to show them. And then he's like, and he gains all this confidence, and then he just defends them. You know, that'd be so
I don't
good.
want I don't want him to have like a, oh my god, he's like punching people with conquerors and he has this giant
No, no,
hammer
no,
and
no,
he's
no, no, no.
going.
Oh, no,
I
no, no,
don't
no, no, no.
like
No,
I
at all.
don't
No, no, no,
want.
no. I want him to
Let me
do a smart plan, because this is how Usopp is.
hold up. Let me.
Something smart, like, you know, where like he plays with the weakness of like his enemy, and he's able to like do something just like
No, I'm
a
not
bit,
saying.
you know.
Yeah, I'm not saying you. I'm saying that people who are like wanting him to wield this giant hammer
Oh,
or like
yeah, no,
stuff.
that's
Like
crazy.
I'm
That's
just
crazy.
no, but I'm just saying like if Usopp has this crazy, oh my god, now he's like crazy strong. It's
No, it
not going to
makes
be
no
good, and
sense.
it's not going to be good for his character. What we
Yeah, it
need
makes no
from
sense.
Usopp is let me show you how strong I have become in my own
Mhm.
way, in my
Mhm.
role, and I will show you how difficult it is to defeat me with the way that you fight. That's what Usopp needs to do. It needs to
Yes.
be like Usopp is sniping us. Like Usopp is like hiding and sniping us, and we can't even look. Like he's just going like if Usopp honestly gets like a speed boost, I think that'll be fine. I do not want him taking a giant hammer and just smashing people down
No,
with it.
that
Like,
makes no
I'm
sense.
so strong and this and that. Like that, I don't want that. I want him with his sniper. I want him sniping people, and I want him showing us that it's like, regardless of how you saw me, regardless of how of what you thought my ceiling was, I can go above it, but I can go above it in the way that I know how to, because your rules of fighting do not dictate how I am. And that's what I want from
Yes.
Usopp in this arc.
And I would love for him to also have another future side moment where, like, that's where, like, because of depression, the adrenaline and the moment, like, he just sees a future where, like, the children are dying or he's dying or something. And he's like, and he comes back to his senses and he does something, like, that would be very nice. He had this moment once in Dressrosa. I would love for Oda, like, to, work on that future side. It would be very cool. And I don't think it would be a reach. It's not like, oh, he's unlocking conquers. Like, no, he already had this happen before. It would be nice if we work on what he already has, his abilities. So, Oda,
Hmm.
you need to do it. Bro, I am.
I agree.
If Oda doesn't do this, I'm just gonna be so sad, bro. Um, but yeah, no, honestly, beautiful. I loved it. I cannot wait for next chapter. There's no break, as you guys know, so it's gonna be peak next week. I rate this chapter. Honestly, it was a good, like, honestly, not a lot of things happened, so I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. But there was some beautiful, like, peak panels and, like, double spreads. How about you? What is your rating?
I'll probably give it an 8. I think that the Loki aura farming at the very end was like
That's
cool.
crazy.
So I do like it. I thought this chapter was really good. I mean, you're right. Like I said, I knew the entire chapter was gonna be around Loki.
I thought there was
And
gonna be maybe a Holy Knights a bit, but it's a shorter chapter.
it was a shorter chapter. I figured that it would just kind of be focusing on Loki, and it's like even at the end, there's, oh, Straw Hat, don't do it, and then he's already there. It's just the aura farming goes crazy. But yeah, good chapter.
Also, I just wanted to say that maybe you guys don't know, but, like, it was confirmed that Sanji and Gerd and Harjin obviously are with Luffy and Sanji and Zoro. Even we don't see them, so the monster tour is really isolated from the rest. So it's gonna be peak. I hope there's at least one attack, one combined attack. But yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry. And I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Hime always mirroring my thoughts. Aw, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you a lot. It was a shorter stream, but tomorrow tune in for my reactions for Sakamoto Days and solo leveling. Also join the Discord to know where we go live. And sub to Chestnut, and I love you guys. And yeah,
and if you guys, I know that we haven't been doing a lot of streams, but if you guys want like specific streams done, let us know. I know that sometimes you guys really like to interact with us, so I mean, I'm cool doing, like, I really kind of wanted to do more like anime quizzes soon and like really test the knowledge. So I'd love to do that with Hime and just destroy her, just absolutely destroy her.
She'll always
just
win.
absolutely steamroll her, bro.
Literally, I have the worst memory. I'm telling you, I'm demented, bro. Like,
but let us know if you guys want us to do more. We will try to do, a little bit more for you guys. I know that we're not really popping too much in our Discord. I'd like to change that. I keep saying that. It's just work sucks.
Me
But
too.
I'd like to change it. I'd like to make our community, grow a bit bigger. But yeah. We will see you guys next time then. Peace.
Bye.